Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Canyon. Welcome back to an installment in the Quickview series. This one being, well, okay, we've got a couple things going on. We have a tire, or more accurately, a brand that has not been historically successful here, yet has seen success other places. It's a big part of the reason where I say, you know, you watch the review, but after that, the rest is up to you. The Pitbull Rock Beast II and 2.2, which I had never seen before because I guess I had never searched for it. This is the old-timey style. Yes, these were introduced to A-Main in 2015. So we're in December of 2015, so we're coming up on 9 years of these out on the market. They arrived in the Canyon used in a care package of bits and bobs. So I cannot tell you directly whether they are Komp or Alien. Regardless of what you order, they don't come with foams. The Komps are $30 a pair and the Alien are $40 a pair. $40 a pair really kind of approaches that do not go territory for me, particularly tires that don't come fitted with foams, because in this arena, in the 525 to 575 size in 2.2s, there's a lot of usable foams out there. So a tire not coming with a foam and not offering you some sort of discount for not coming with a foam, it raises a red flag. So we have hopes, right? They came very lightly used. They have a very little bit of feathering on the edges. I just punched 2 more vent holes in them. I got out our trusty cut out with a handsaw dual stage foams. We have mounted the rears already. The rears have 1 additional ring. They have a Crawler Innovations tuning ring around the outside to take them up to like what I would call like a medium soft. I would call the fronts soft, but the fitment of that foam in there is pretty much perfect. I have very little in the way of complaints. I've definitely said in the past that in general, speaking in generalities, 2.2s mount more easily than 1.9s. And I've found that 1.9s mount easier than 1.55s. Basically, the bigger the tire gets, the easier it is to get it on a wheel. And these are no exception. You get the beadlock ring, which drops right in and lands right in the beads. These are ribbed, like ribbed on the sidewall, but not belted. So that may be of importance. Sidewall ribbing seems to be something that manufacturers choose almost at random. There have been a couple instances where we see something where we go, okay, well spec'd. But for the most part, I don't know what the thought process is. The tire that needs sidewall ribbing is the one with a particularly thin sidewall to give it some support so that thin sidewall doesn't fold straight over. These do not feel particularly thick for a big full size, what I call a full size, a non-LP 2.2. But, you know, we're going to see. Because I consider this foam, as both the inner and the outer are open cell, I consider these to be softer than a soft. I don't know if I would go so far as to call them ultra soft or super soft. But well, particularly soft is an option. We don't need any juice. We don't need any trickery. I just crisscross, and they're 5-bolt, so easy peasy. Completely non-directional on the tread. That way is that way. These are basically they're asymmetrical to the slight. This one is more triangular. This one's like a Pac-Man ghost, but then there's the Pac-Man ghost over there. So like you see this squiggle, if you put it around, it's still the same squiggle. So they're directionally asymmetrical, which is, I don't know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think the lugs are large and the tires are large, so it's not really going to matter. 147, which is that 5.75, right on 5.75. They claim their width at 2 1/4, and we're at like 56, which would be like 2 1/4. I think 57 would actually be dead on 2 1/4. Yeah, we're more like 2 3/16, but again, just past soft. The tires are firm enough that I don't feel like we're going to have a lot of collapse. As mentioned, these are like a medium soft, and these are a proper soft. This has kind of become the default testing for this size tire. It's showing some consistency. And if we can just see consistency in testing, I think that that's something that we're looking for. This is so the cage with the Capra axles. We do the double check. We don't want to see another tire start to come off. Oop, yep, a little loose on that one. The cage with the Capra axles has shown us to be pretty comfortable on the tire sizes he's tasked with testing. That was a mouthful to say. He can fit and manage 5.75s easily. He can also do pretty well on 5.25s, which is good because this is his job. Someone in the comments somewhat recently had posed the question of, is he too capable? Are we seeing something out of the ordinary in his ability to test things? Well, if we are, then it has to be one of those instances of the whole being more than the sum of the parts. Element in the middle. It's an element skid with a Stealth X. It's an energy cage that dates back to the AX10 Scorpion. It's Amazon offset Capra axles that we've replaced most of the parts in. Hoping to, we like to introduce temporality into every video. We're looking forward to testing the Mias offset Capra axles at some point. They've not been tested as of this recording, but we would like to test them in the future. If this guy is super capable, I don't know what it is that's making him super capable. There's nothing special, exotic. He has 2 custom links because I needed 85mm lowers and I didn't have any. So rather than buying any, I made these 2 brass links. That's pretty much the extent. Well, I made him a hat. Is it the hat? Maybe the magic lives in the hat. It wouldn't be our first instance in history of seeing magical hats. So we're gonna take it out. Oh yeah, he's booted. And what we're gonna hope for is something / anything. Because as mentioned, Pitbull as a manufacturer have not done particularly well here. As a matter of fact, I think the highest scoring that we have on the boards is the Rock Beast. Is it the Rock Beast XL? The one that looks different? No. There's the Rock Beast. There's the Growler, the Mad Beast. Rock Beast XOR. The Rock Beast XOR did better than all of the other Rock Beasts, and it still scored like low 90s. I want to say it was sub 94. So we don't hold our hopes too high, but at the same time, that little pocket that hides inside of us, the cautious optimist, is like, maybe today's the day. Maybe the tire that dates back to the way back is the one that does it. And we're going to let the rocks tell us whether they does. And we begin again. But as always, prepared. Oh? Okay. There's that relief. There's that early sense of relief. It might go bad, right? But we started off somewhere, that could easily be mistaken for pretty okay. Pretty okay. Nice. Okay. Rock Beast 2s, come on. Be the Proline saviors. Be the Pitbull saviors. Gets a little out of shape. There's a, you know, the Rock Beast 2, along with most of the Rock Beasts, have a pretty tightly spaced lug. So that will impact on some level. But again, you know, 147s, portals. We're not really worried about getting stuff hung up. Nice response to the low speed input. This is catching me a bit off guard because ordinarily the game is already lost, right? We've gotten a ton of wheel slide on something or another. Nice. Good stability there. Responding well to the insert. Oh, we got to check our auto feed. Too high. We'll go with like a 31. Yeah, there we go. Auto drive. We'll do one of these. Whoop, fence. Handled it no problem. Got a little wide right. We'll try the wrap around because we want to see what we have fold wise. Nope, that's an axle snapper. They're tall, so we also have to realize an LP, the 525, is going to be more consistent across the board compared to a 575, like side by side, because the 575 has to be, aside from Proline 19 Bogger, the tallest sidewall you're going to work with. So what these big tall boys then need is a dual stage where, well, a dual stage outright has to be. But that dual stage has to be taller. The inner portion needs to be taller, and it never is. So there's still a lot of unsupported sidewall. Oh, quite okay. Yeah. Little caught up there. Responding pretty well to different throttle inputs. Nice turn in, nice. And again, those foams are pretty well matched to these, and they are not like, you know, certainly not bespoke, certainly not something made specifically for the tire. The turn in on the Rock Beast 2 compared to, say, 22 Hyrax, much sharper here, much sharper, and they were tested on the exact same inserts. If this were a head-to-head battle, it's not, and that is as surprising to me as anything. These have to be alien. That is my estimation. If these are Komp, then these are moving up the, yeah, if you're looking for a 575, maybe take a look at these. Let's see if we can get it in. Couldn't quite bring it around all the way. Again, big tire. Go lamp side. See if we can pull the rear over that lip. We can sidle it if you want. We're wide out right. Yeah, I can't. For a 575, these are doing really all right. To the point where I'm kind of instinctually asking them to do LP things, which is praise, I have to say. Just don't place too much weighting on the rollovers. Because as I said, 575s, they kind of do this. Oh, nudged out. Yeah. Don't quite have the sauce, but oh, we do have some width. These tires are, what do we say they were, 56 wide? That's proper wide. These definitely date back to a time before manufacturers were like, you know what, we need everything to be thin. And we're gonna tell people that this is a feature, not a bug. We're gonna tell them, if your tires are over 40 millimeters wide, you're wasting your time. When in reality, we all know what it is. You make the tire thinner because it requires less material to make the tire. It has nothing to do with performance. The PSI on these is going to be lower, so it's going to give you more float, and so long as the lug cooperates with the compound, you get drive. If we took an identically heighted tire in the identically same compound with the exact same insert, and we did that thing with a 40 wide tire, there would be absolutely no advantage to that. None. I think manufacturers out there think we don't understand that offset is a thing that exists, that we can't tuck tires in closer. If you're running a big 575 like this, there's only a couple instances I can think where you're worried about body interference. It's good. It's good. Solid. Something catastrophic would need to occur here for these not to be the highest scoring Proline. Pitbull. I can think back to a video where I was modifying foams, and I think I called Pitbull Proline and Proline Pitbull more than once. I'm gonna blame it on mouth shape, Proline and Pitbull. Pitbull and Proline. Yeah, once we sidle out, it's not the precise line that I want to take, but they are offering me a stability that I wasn't being offered on these same foams in the Proline. See, I can get it right. Can anyone tell that the sun is rising? Can anyone tell there's a sunrise happening? I can't tell. Actually, it's directly in my eyeballs. The camera's not catching it to the same degree. Camera lower than fence, head higher than fence. Oh. It's keeping it nice and stable. And that height, the ride height. There's a belly up. There's that little crinkle of a ledge right behind the rear tires. That's a catch point on LPs. Advantage to the big dogs right there. That's a no pun intended moment, I guess. Pitbull's our dog. We got straight over that. Nothing. Tiny little bit of lift on the rear. Kind of augured the front tire in. Oh, so nice. So nice. Strongest performance by the Pitbull Rock Beast IIs. I'm thinking about it now. Think before you speak. Oh, that's good. This is going to be a width. So because of the width, we now have to try to pull that rear over a proper lip. Would 40 wides be advantageous here? I mean, maybe. We can see what's hung though. It's the corner of the cage. Corner of the cage again. It's not that it can't make it. It's that we have genuine physical interference. Get up, get up, get up. I feel like I'm asking it to do LP things, because I don't think this has anything to do with this tire width specifically, but it has more to do with the fact that that line just does not favor you if you're wide. We put him in a hot spot. He's mid-high. So now we got to try to sidle. There we go. If a tire will go where I want it to go. I'm forgetting that it's a Pitbull. How are we doing here? Oh. Oh. I don't know if the camera's caught it. We almost did it. We almost did the thing. And I'm honestly not trying to end every obstacle upside down. It's just happening. As I said, ground clearance is a sacrifice you make knowingly. And I say that sacrifice is Class 1s don't have that big worry of rolling out in situations like that, generally, unless their body is very heavy, because their belly is a lot closer to the ground. We've probably got, I mean, look at that pumpkin. There's got to be 75 millimeters between that pumpkin and the ground, which means chassis center in the ground is even higher. I mean, look at the clearance into there. You could drive your 18th scale right under him, right there. Nothing going light in the front. Get him crossed up. Really well planned out. Overwhelm the servo a little bit there, not surprising. Some weight involved, some weight at play. Like right in here, I anticipated getting light. We were coming across really high right there. Take a worse entry. Nope, kind of just slid the grip and slip. Just kind of slid down to where it needed to go. Yeah. This isn't one of those surprise, no surprise days. This is surprised overall. We are going to get to a point right up here where, in the next two, where the width will be the question. Because we got to be past 275 wide here, maybe 285 wide. Ooh. See? And we're going to try to go through a gate that's about 370 wide. Good positionability there. I like, on these big tire boys, I like try to swing it all the way around. Perfect. If the landing is the placement that you want, that is the landing that you wanted. There we go. They are more maneuverable than one would anticipate based on the height, the width. So very early on, what we were getting was a little bit of the tire insert handshake. Hey, how's it going? Good day to you, sir. Because now they're complementing each other a bit more. Oof. Yeah, I said that we were going to get some width involved. Could it be made? Almost certainly. But I would have to be better / smarter to orient myself into the entry on that line. Also, I should be sitting about 10 feet to my left. Do we need another excuse? It's too early in the morning. My muscles and bones aren't awake yet. Can we get one more? Can we get one more? I haven't driven a Pitbull tire in a long time, and and I'm more comfortable on LPs. I could make excuses all day, but you know, I hit that gate. I hit it. Here at gate 5, front 9, is a bit of a make or break for me, because I want to see both the ability of the front tire to hook and hang, but I also want to see the ability of the rear tire to push over. Good. Very good. Now we are very wide. If that tire holds there, that is something. We also do have some weight at play. I need to put more turn angle into it to stay up there. but I can't. That's not possible. That was not a grip problem. As I've said in the past, don't worry about A, not clearing the gate, or B, falling off the obstacle. I'm not looking at what the rig's doing, I'm looking at what the tires are doing. Someone over at Canon needs to be fired. Been using Canon cameras for a while now. How would you like a battery indicator? Say that the battery indicator on your phone was replaced with one that is full, and then all of a sudden, it goes to a blinking battery, and then 30 seconds later it's dead. Does that phone have a battery indicator at all? You're basically just living all the way out on the edge. I think the only way at this width is to try to go over the top. We're just gonna go around because again, we're watching the tire. That stayed so shapely. Okay, if the rear will pull through. Yep, there we go. See you later, little fella. Whee! No, that was really... We hit the gate both times, and we flipped out once. We didn't want to end this gate on a flip. Neither of that matters. The behavior of the front and rear tires pulling across the little prow of the boat there. So we just hope that the level of maneuverability and drive, the companionship of maneuverability and drive, we hope that they stay. Okay, that was, I don't know where I was going. I went directly in between the lines. That was a split the difference approach. Here is the left-hander. Very good. And here is the right-hander. Didn't quite get it. Okay. Bad entry. It don't matter. There and it doesn't really like. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Again, I said tire width doesn't matter. This is vehicle width. Getting a little, to get through this little groove right here, you see both rears getting bound up right there. We can force it down though. Yeah, solid. Just respond positively to inputs, and I can't ask for much more than that. Straight on, grab. Okay, all right. Other way. All right, fine, good. Yeah, it wants the little stutter. Yeah, this again is a bit of a 575 issue. They don't like being given the big thrust because they do have that potential for energy return. Big tall foam back there. Got to write some numbers down. Hey, we only got one left. Just had to write like 7 out of 10 scores down, but we're almost, we just got wet. That's all we got left. Rock Beast II, what a welcome surprise on this early AM session, test session. This is sort of unusual territory because this is definitely a situation where wet is like a do or die. Like wet will be what determines good score, bad score. I just wanted to get a little review. Wanted to see it again. No, feels good. Feels good, man. Surprisingly, lateral movements when we are turning, a lot of turning, the stability is honestly pretty surprising. Like it doesn't get loose. Okay. We'll get it over. getting out on that wet rock there. All right, all right. Yeah, I would put that, I would put that right where it is, right where it is. Matter of fact, we might have to do a little score adjustment. The performance there on wet. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. We're trying to find the park. How about really leaning? Yeah, I like that. So we get to the end and we swirl it all together, and what do you get? 95. I need to check that. Hold on. 96, 95, 9.5, 8, 9. Yeah, 95.9. Had to double check. Which, for a 5.75, is pretty good. It's pretty good. And, again, please do take into consideration that historically, Rock Beasts and Pitbull tires en masse have not done well here. Some of them have done very, very badly, including Alien Compound Rock Beast XL 1.9s, which again feeds into my tighten your tinfoil hats, everybody, my conspiratorial theory that compounds, with some exception, not every compound, but a lot of compounds change over time. Because regardless of what this compound is, this is a Pitbull tire, it comes in either Komp with a K, or it comes in Alien. Stickier than alien snot, which is a weird selling phrase. Almost as weird as Boom Racing's snail slime compound, because as one knows, snail slime is really slippery. Anyway. Regardless of what compound these actually are, they did better than every other Proline tire. And the Rock Beast II is pretty much just a big, tall, fat Rock Beast XL. Or is it? Because I can't say that it is. There's no way that I can say this and the 1.9 are just different variations of the same tire. Because this did better. Like in terms of just the raw amount of grip and forward drive, better than anything Proline. Well, then you go, oh, well, it's a 95.9. Comparatively speaking, this tire is like twice as good as any other, did I say Proline again? As any Pitbull tire that we've tested in the past. And I don't know what is responsible for that. So again, we circle back around to the tinfoil hat where the compound, whichever it is, whether it be Komp or Alien, in 2015 is not the same as the Komp and Alien of today. That's all I can figure. I feel the exact same way about G8. Old G8 is better than new G8. This proven by the fact that new G8 tires rot quicker. Old G8 tires, I have a set of original non-XL Rock Beasts. Non-XL flat irons from Proline that show no signs of aging, and they are a decade old. I have no idea how old these are, but I have to assume that they're the older ones because they're just better. If these aren't the older ones, then why are all of the other Pitbull tires, got it right that time, why are all of the other Pitbull tires not good? I don't know. These are an outlier at a 95.9, which for a 5.75 is a pretty good score. Particularly, again, Pitbull. So, there you have it. Whatever it is, you now have it. And I thank you for having it. I look forward to seeing you. The next thing that you'll have, I hope that in between now and then you one and all do your very best to have a good one, everybody. We will see you next time here from the canyon with whatever thing comes up next. Pitbull Rock Beast II. The best we've tested so far. I know, yes, a tire of limited fitment, to be sure. But if you have if you are in a part of the country where Pitbull tires work well, Get yourself a cage, man. These will do pretty great. Alien compound, I mean, whether or not you saw anything that would prompt you to pay $40 a pair, that's up to you, because $40 a pair is rarefied air. Ooh, almost a rhyme. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time here at the canyon. We're headed back inside. More stable than you'd think. More drive than I would think. Not disappointed at all. I want to sneak them a higher score, but we try to maintain some semblance of integrity. 95.9. That's where we end up.